Hello everybody, welcome back to Screen Stars and welcome to another contest entry. It must be competition season at the minute, contest season on YouTube. I've entered a few contests over these last few weeks, and indeed I've just put a contest up myself for my channel to celebrate 5,000 subscribers. So anybody watching this who's interested, head over, check that out that video if you want to enter my contest as well. But this is to celebrate Alex over at Alex Movie Corners channel, who has just reached 300 subscribers. Huge congratulations, Alex. I know you do a lot in the community in regards to supporting other channels, and you do a really good job. I really do watch quite a bit of your content now. I don't always have time to comment, but I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. I really like how you interact with other channels, and long may this continue. Now, Alex asked some fairly specific question, well, a specific question, and he asked for you to do a video or comment on what is the most surprising film that you have ever seen. So that's quite a difficult question for me. I don't generally watch films that I know are going to be really terrible, but there have been a few films over the years that I haven't expected much from, and I have been pleasantly surprised, and I will talk about 4 in particular. The first one I want to talk about is, in many people's eyes, a really good film, and of course it is. It's A Star Is Born. Now, the reason why I have mentioned this one is because these sort of films I tend to really avoid. I don't like musicals. I don't like really highly romantic films and that sort of stuff, and this seemed like the kind of film I would really hate, a musical and a romance. But I watched this one night with my wife. She insisted on it, and I've got to say, guys, hands up, I thoroughly enjoyed this film. I thought it was beautifully made, very emotional, and I was really very pleased that I watched it. So it just teaches you a bit of a lesson there that maybe you should sometimes check out films that you're not usually comfortable with. The next one I want to talk about, and again my wife's guilty with this one, is a film called Shall We Dance? A film from, I think it was about 2004, with Richard Gere and Susan Sarandon and Jennifer Lopez. And my wife kind of dragged me to the cinema to see this one, and again I did it under protest. But I remember as well really enjoying this film. Essentially it's a film about Richard Gere, who's like this aging guy. He's kind of living a fairly boring life. And he discovers ballroom dancing as a hobby, and it kind of transforms him and brings him out of his shell in his later life. And it's just a really lovely film. It's very charming, very funny as well, and it's really heartfelt. So I was really pleased and surprised by this one. The next one I want to talk about is a film that I watched last year, actually, called Host. I don't think enough people watched this film last year, and I must admit, when I first put it on, I wasn't expecting an awful lot. I think it's only about an hour long, this film, but I watched it and it blew me away. It was just, I mean, we see so many of these types of horrors, you know, like the social media type horrors like Unfriended and stuff, but to me this one just nailed it. It was very effective, really frightening, and it just blew me away. So much better than I expected it to be, and it really surprised me for sure, this one. So definitely check out Host if you haven't watched it, guys. But the one that I'm talking about, for, if you like, my main one, is this film called Mordecai, the Johnny Depp film that came out a number of years ago. I think about 4 or 5 years ago, something like that. Absolutely slated by the critics, and it didn't do anything at the cinema. And I watched it and I loved it. I just thought it was hilarious. The humour just worked for me. I thought it was very funny. It's star-studded. You got Jeff Goldblum, Ewan McGregor, Gwyneth Paltrow, Paul Bettany, along with Johnny Depp, and I just thought it was really funny. It was slapstick fun. Maybe it spoke to me because I'm English, and I did mention that in a review that I did about the film on my Misunderstood Movie Reviews. But to me, I really like this one, and I think it's a hidden gem. So there you go, guys. That's 4 movies that I've spoken about there that to me, in some way, shape or form, surprised me for different reasons. And each one of them, you know, if you haven't seen them, certainly check them out. They may surprise you in different ways as well. And definitely Well done, Alex at Movie Corner, for reaching 300 subscribers. I'm sure you'll be at 4, 5 and 1,000 before you know it. So continue the great work, and I look forward to continue following your channel. So take care. Thanks everybody, and of course I will be back with plenty more content on Screen Stars very, very soon.